Good morning, party people. Welcome to my first ever reading vlog. I don't know about y'all, but I feel like there is definitely something in the air that is, encouraging more and more people to read. And guess what? I have also been on that train. I actually use this app to read a lot called Libby, like an online library. Like I can borrow books from my online library, from my public library. But I have a lot of books due, so there's a lot we gotta get through. Okay, y'all, so we have some books that we need to finish. I'm going to be trying to read for 24 hours. 24 hours straight? I don't know about that. It's not like I want to read, but I'm being forced to read because of all the books that I have due, like literally tomorrow. So we gotta get a roll on it. So, like I said, I have some digital books due on Libby that I really need to get started with. I truly do. We're gonna put a hold on this just momentarily because there are also some other books I have on my TBD that, wait, what's the terminology y'all use, y'all booktubers use? TBD, no, TBR that I really want to read. So I don't know if we're going to get to these two in particular. So we're going to put these two on hold for now. But we are going to bring our attention to this book. This is actually a book that I've already started. It's not due in the library, but it's really good so far, and I really can't think about reading or finishing other books until I can finish this book. But so far, what I can tell about this book is that it's basically about this girl, Clara, who is like an AI. Like, it's giving robot to me. Clara, it's sitting in the store waiting to be bought when she eventually gets bought by this girl. And essentially the point that I'm in right now is like they've taken Clara home with the girl. The girl and her family, she only lives with her mom and like her maid. The girl and her family basically have like this very ambiguous history going on. There's still so much about the world of this book that you're still learning as you're reading. And it's hard to really make sense of everything that's going on because like Ishiguro doesn't blatantly state. You gotta think with your brain and stuff like that. I'm really excited to continue reading this book. So this is how we're gonna be starting the reading vlog. Officially begin this reading vlog. Oh my goodness. It's begun. We're 12 minutes. I've read for 12 minutes. Okay, lunch break. For a little over an hour at this point, and like this mother-daughter dynamic is really, I mean, I don't know if this is the proper word for it, but it's weird. I'm not reading one of those books where it's like, I mean, thus far, where it's like, oh my goodness, this happened. Oh my goodness, that happened. Oh my goodness, this happened. You know what I'm saying? It's more so like very much a slow burn. Y'all, first of all, I am starting to get sleepy, and we are, like, I want to say not even two. We're just about 2 hours into this reading challenge. I'm already dozing off. It's because I got this blanket wrapped around me. It's winter weather, so it's cold. Whew, I need to wake myself up so I'm not dozing off. I'm on page 211. As you can see, we don't got much left of the book. But y'all, oh my goodness, there was just a big reveal that just happened in this part of the book. I'm gonna keep reading this because I keep stopping and trying to update y'all, but like I don't know how to update y'all without spoiling, because the tea, y'all, the tea in this book is, all I'm gonna say is the mother is messy, okay? The mother is messy. I finished it and I genuinely don't know how to feel. Like, this is the type of book where you really have to sit and think about it. The ending was like bittersweet. I don't know how to feel about how it ended. Overall, I would definitely say that this truly is a story about love and relationships, but you know, not just romantic relationships like what you have with a partner, but like with friendship and with also family. It definitely came together in the end. I think like a lot of the questions that I had were answered. It's not necessarily open-ended in terms of plot, but like it's open-ended in terms of themes and like different takeaways that you can truly take from the book. I'm gonna have to rate this a solid 4.5 out of 5. Highly recommend reading this book, highly recommend this author, and now we are done. It is currently 4:30, which means that we have been reading for 3 hours and 30 minutes pretty much at this point. But now I gotta figure out what I'm going to read next. I'm gonna switch to my iPad because I really gotta get moving on these books that are due. I'm thinking that I could actually go ahead and start reading The Happiness Advantage. I'm about 26% through that book. So The Happiness Advantage is written by John Anka, and he basically conducted a bunch of research where he so this is kind of embarrassing. It's dark out. I got the lights shining bright in this room right now, so sorry if I feel a little bit overexposed. It is 5:30. I have done 4 hours and 30 minutes of reading. You can see that. Can you see that? It's right there. And I'm stopping the timer. I'm stopping the timer. I am stopping the 24-hour reading challenge. This 24-hour reading challenge life is not for me, because as good as this book was, I could only sit down and read for so long. I do really still need to finish these books on my TBR down here. So now we're going to figure how much we can get through before midnight, before I have to go to bed, before the end of the day, because my day is full tomorrow and I really do want to finish as much of these books as possible. I'm looking at the list and I currently have 1, 2, 3, 4 that I need to get through. I don't have a lot of time. I'm currently reading The Happiness Advantage. I'm now 44%, so we're almost halfway through the book. And you know, with most self-help novels, it's just, you know, it's very much repetition. It's very much a repetition. So when I first started reading, I was like, okay, come on now. But like the more you read, the more you're like, you know, sometimes it's good to just have it ingrained in your head in all of these different ways. You know what I'm saying? So I still really want to finish it because, again, it is something I'm working on. I'm trying to be more positive. I'm trying to be more, like, excited about things that happen in life. You know what I'm saying? Because being an adult is hard. And there's a lot of things about it that are not fun. And I'm trying to bring some of that funness back. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to bring some of it back. So we're going to keep reading that. I'm also annotating this particular book. I don't know what it is about self-help books that make me want to annotate a lot more. I'm also screenshotting some of the quotes so I can hold on to it to go back when I need like a fresh reminder. another book. That's on what? That's on period. It is 7. Oh shoot, hold on. But it is 7:54, 7:55, so it's almost 8 o'clock. That means I have 4 hours left to finish reading 4 books, which, I mean, maybe I can do because, like I said, like, we're finishing reading books today. So I've actually gotten through a good chunk of a lot of the books that I have on my list. So I think I want to do myself a favor, start reading something a little lighter. The Diary of the Wimpy Kid, like the first book, that was the first book I read to get back into reading. Like, it's just so good. Like, it's so funny. It's nostalgic for me because it's something I read a lot when I was younger. I love that the Diary of the Wimpy Kid is continuing to go strong because it is great. It is great. And honestly, it would make such a great, like, cartoon series. And so I'm kind of glad that they made that. I wish they put it on a subscription platform that I was on so I could actually watch it. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and continue reading. But first, okay, I have to give y'all my short review on the Happiness Advantage. It does offer a lot of themes that you've probably heard of before, especially if you've read other, self-help books like, Atomic Habits and How to Be a Bad $2 you know what I mean? But I really felt like they were calling me out because definitely since I've moved to Atlanta, I have been like one of those people they described in the book. I've learned helplessness. So they was really spitting out facts. If you're looking to be told to, it's good. If you're not looking to be told about yourself, then maybe you need to wait till you're ready. All right, on to Diary of a Wimpy Kid, The Ugly Truth. What's up, everyone? So we finished reading Diary of a Wimpy Kid. I mean, not much to say about it. It's Diary of a Wimpy Kid. This book entailed egg babies, middle school lock-in parties, and Uncle Gary's 4th wedding, I believe. So another fun, entertaining book that didn't take me any time at all to really finish. So it's basically 9 o'clock, which means we have 3 more hours to finish 2 more books, which I think we can do it. I think we can. And then I don't have to worry about these. And now I can check so many books off of my done list, which I'd be pretty proud of. My brain is feeling incredibly foggy and I do need a wee bit of a break. I really do. And so I'm gonna go ask my roommate if they want to make s'mores because s'mores sounds good right now, okay? Hey, Jabari.
Yes.
Do you want to eat some s'mores?
Yeah, let's do it.
Have enough. Oh, we got it.
There's that. Never really know each other.
I've been looking at other spoon machines that actually have fires in them, so I can go back to setting them on fire. Oh, yeah. Alright. Alright, y'all, so it's official. I've decided that the next book I'm going to read is going to be A Court of Silver Flames. which is the 5th book in the Court of Thorns series, which is basically about a human girl named Fair, I don't know why I call her, it's in my head, okay? Who basically ends up going to the fairy world where she lives with, I mean, I don't know if this is the name for them, but we just go and call them like lords of the different regions in that fairy world. So yeah, there's a lot of drama, there's a lot of angst, there's a lot of war, and in this 5th book we actually follow the perspective of Fair's sister Nesta and her love companion Cassian. My overall take on the series in general is very much like meh. Like, I think it's a meh series. I felt like the end of the 1st book I really liked, the 2nd book I really liked, the 3rd book was good, the novella was just, you know, it didn't add much for me personally. And then this book is kind of, I don't like it that much. You know what I'm saying? Like, most of it has just been annoying to me and unnecessary. Saying all of that, I'm actually 91% full through this book. So hopefully I should be able to finish it soon. It's currently 9:22. It has just now gotten interesting because now we're like in the action, which I love. I love reading some action. Depending on how this book ends, I might call it a wrap on this series. I might call it a wrap, but we'll see. They've got 80 pages to prove themselves. Okay, y'all, so my roommate is actually joining us for a bit of my reading marathon. So, Jabari, would you like to introduce to them, let them know what you're reading?
We have Scythe by Neil Shusterman. I definitely said that name wrong. It's a young adult book. It's like about a utopian society where no one ever dies anymore, and like all health, food, and any problems that we have in the world just doesn't exist. It's been solved, but they still have these people who are called scythes who are still responsible for gleaning people, is what they call it, just to make sure that the population stays under control. So it's pretty exciting.
And gleaning means...
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
All right, then. You ready to start reading?
Absolutely.
Y'all, I lied. This book had me in a chokehold for the last couple chapters. A chokehold. It was a complete roller coaster. So I would have to say that those chapters alone really revised my take on it. But we finished another book, which means we only have one more to go. And the next book I'm going to be reading, and the final book that I'm going to be reading, is The Inheritance Games. I'm 76% of the way through for this one, so I don't have too much. And this is basically about a girl that, in a nutshell, ends up winning a big sum of money, but ends up becoming a billionaire overnight and has to live in a house with the 4 grandsons of the billionaire that left her the money. And they're basically solving context clues as to how she got the money and what message the dude that died, the grandfather that died, is trying to leave behind. The plot is so good to me, but I don't know if I'm a fan of the writing. Like, it's definitely giving teen fiction, but I'm staying for the plot because I'm curious. I don't know if I'll continue this series. It is 10:41 right now, so we are almost done. We've got a little over an hour, so if we can finish this in a little over an hour, that'll be perfect. I'm gonna finish this tonight no matter what, but like, the chapters are super short. This book typically flies by, so I think I'll be done with this in no time. Y'all, I finally finished reading the last book. Okay, I will say it did end on a plot twist. So we might be reading the second book, but I want to thank y'all for joining me. We are ending this reading vlog at 11:22. We're ending before midnight, which is perfect because I really do need to get to bed. And honestly, after doing this, my very first reading vlog and trying to read so much in one day, I have to say I have so much respect for people who do this, because to sit and just be reading for long periods of time, it's not easy. It was a lot of fun, and I'm so glad that I finished so many of the books that I had on my TBR. Thank you for joining. If you've read any of these books, feel free to discuss in the comments, because especially for the last 2 books I read, A Cult of Silver Flames and The Inheritance Games, I am shook. If you read Clara and the Sun, I need a discussion. I need to have a discussion with someone, because I need to get deeper with the themes. But thank you for joining. Make sure that you like, make sure you subscribe. I appreciate your support for this channel. Until then, I hope y'all have a good one, and ta-ta.